Howdy, all you delicious people. I'm here today to say thank you, because yeah, I'm basically doing these videos every day now. Um, Today is gonna be probably much more heavy, like reviewing movies. Because I had finally been able to see some certain things that are much more newer releases, or there's some stuff that I just so happened to see today, and I was like, hey, like, how about let's do a review? So yeah, it's gonna be a movie review heavy day. But anyways, I've done so many mobile games lately. Like there's one day where I kind of did like 5 days or 5 videos in one day, and some of them were video games. So yeah, ultimately, yeah, we're just kind of get talk about movies today. We're gonna get to talk about movies. Ultimately, sometimes like these days tend to not go so well because ultimately there's some people that like don't want to hear my consensus about movies, don't want to hear about how I felt about them, or this and that, or whatever, and have you. But at the end of the day, yeah, there's some days where I just kind of want to relax. I just kind of want to do something simple for a day. And luckily, this is kind of just one of those where things just kind of fell into my lap, and I dare, in fact, said, why not do it? So, yeah, I'm gonna be reviewing today the movie Knives Out. I had finally been able to catch this movie, so I wanted to talk about it. I'm also gonna be talking about a Bruce Willis, David Batista movie called Marauders, which I thought was actually pretty good, pretty decent. You can guys can go ahead and check out that review. As far as any other projects that are going on, like several different series and stuff like that. I think I've kind of made a lot of progress on Marvel Strike Force. Surprisingly enough, a lot of progress, but there is still much more things to be made. I just feel very close to getting a lot more characters than I did before, and like ultimately, I could just do like a video, just talking, just consistently giving people updates about what's going on for me with this game. But ultimately, I kind of break it down as also just like, well, I don't want to just do a video just to throw it out there. Like, I really want to legitimately give people something, and really something. Um, Not just something easy to just chuck out there. Besides maybe a video like this, just kind of really just easily just. But I kind of throw this off as just an extra video for the day. Anyways, so recently I just did a Sex Sells movies, so I'm kind of just right now not even in the mind space of thinking about doing another one. I think I have one movie already picked for the next one of these, but like I think right now with how especially how slow this last Sex Sells movies went, like I don't know, I think I'm just kind of thinking about like taking a break for once from doing that, because there's like taking, and I mean like just kind of taking like real legitimate like week or week and a half, and then coming back to it instead of going to it every 4 to 7 days, because ultimately it's just kind of, it really is starting to pile up with how much I want to accomplish, and then all the side stuff that I have to do with watching a movie. It just kind of comes to just be like, huh, it's just kind of very much like ultimately like watching and trying to find like the perfect movie every time that people will enjoy every time is just really really getting difficult. um Hence why I think I'm like really scraping at the bottom of the barrel to find a sexual movie to be deemable to be reviewed. So anyways, I don't know, I think if something can just easily come to me, then I'll easily watch it. But otherwise, like I don't know. I think I want to just kind of like I kind of want to just really relax right now. Like the channel is just going well, bizarrely, like so well, much more well than it has been going in such a long time. So that's not like me just saying, "Oh, now I can rest on my channel." No, because at any second of any day, there is gonna be like a day where a video dies, and like ultimately that's not me just going like woe is me or whatever. Like no, like there's only a game that can only be so popular for a portion of time. Like I think I can finally ride another wave of a game that is going well, but ultimately that game was finished. So ultimately, it's just kind of like, well, technically finished because they're still waiting on updates. They're still like they're taking a lot of time doing updates. To the point now where I'm just kind of like, okay, well, there's nothing I can do until there's another update. Until I kind of like it seems like I have to check the game every day. Just kind of like, hey, updates yet? No. Okay, well, then I guess I don't do another episode of it. But anyways, yeah. I'm just kind of having just like I feel like I can rest easy and for once because ultimately I'm just like 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 I would just sweat every day just losing one subscription, which is weird, but that's just because of how much all of this matters. It's like, oh great, I lost somebody. Okay, now I gained a person. Okay, now I lost someone. Now I gained a person. It's like every day would just be like, oh, like now I'm just like things are just going so well, and ultimately, yeah, a lot of these days where I'm just going to be talking about movies aren't going to be the highest viewpointed movies and viewpointed videos. But you know what? I've worked so hard for so long. I've worked so hard to obscure amount of levels. No one would go into this channel and look into it and say like that I haven't been working hard. Like I haven't really been crazily trying to make progress and trying to do it in a fast rate. Um, like Marvel Strike Force, God, like there's so many like characters that like I got in like a just a few days, and like yeah, I just got them unlocked, but ultimately like I didn't make a huge mountain of progress on it, but still like I didn't get it at like 7 stars and all the bells and whistles on them, but ultimately I still got it unlocked with a very quick portion of time. So that way I can showcase something on the channel, so I can bring something to the table. But yeah, it's just like now I'm just going okay. Like I've worked hard. I've worked hard, and a lot of the times like the channel doesn't showcase that a lot because ultimately there's some technical issue or there's uh something where it like dips my video into a lower quality, or my thumbnails don't come out just the way I want them to, or the video doesn't come out just the way I want it to, or there's something that I forgot to mention in the video and I harping about that for the next couple of hours. If I didn't say this in the video, I wanted to say it in the video, but I didn't say it, mother. Like, god dang it! Like, you can't. Is there a way that I can just kind of like go back to the video and just for a couple seconds just mention this to get it into the video? But then I'm like, but yeah, but there'd be so much work to just try to put those couple of seconds in there. It's just it's like you're just like, God, if only I could just recreate this and just do it the way I like. But then you're just like, and it just gets to the point of like maddening where I just gotta let this go and just let it be a thing that goes out there, and ultimately somehow some way people liked it. People liked some of the videos. Maybe not everyone, maybe not every one of them. Maybe people hated some of them. Maybe people were like, yeah, I don't like how this video is just ugh. And I'm like, yeah, I understand, I get you. But ultimately it's gonna be just times where I'm just like, well, like, but I had to put a video out that day, and whatever this was is what that turned into, and I am sorry. But yeah, And there's a lot of stuff that I say in videos that I'm like, yeah, I really don't like that I said that. There's some words that I mix up and f up and screw up and this and that. And ultimately, looking back on when I rewatch whatever I say, it's just like, wow, I made a huge mistake. Or man, I said something stupid. But then again, it's just Sunday or Monday or whatever this day is now. Um, that's what it is. Ultimately, there's not going to be a Batwoman review seemingly coming anytime soon because ultimately they're on hiatus again for the 80th time. So if you guys were in a bind going, where's the next Batman review? I think they're taking a hiatus maybe this week and next week. Ultimately, I'm going to have to look into. Like, I'll consistently check in to when next Batman or Batwoman episode is coming out for me to Batwoman review that. Um, Other than that, still pretty much on our way to still talking about Mass Singer. Ultimately, still on our way to doing much more mobile games because there's a lot of effing stuff going on all at once with all the stuff that I'm playing, and it's just like ugh, ugh. There's so much going on, and not only on camera but then off camera. Um, like there's again like now actually having to where people are actually reaching out to me and saying stuff on videos. I'm like, oh okay, all right, so now I'm actually like having rapport with people, and ultimately that's not the exhausting part, folks. That's there's some stuff where people leave comments and I'm just like, there's nothing to say. There's nothing to say. But there's some people that are very much funnier than I am because I'm very simplistic in my hilarity. Um, and ultimately, somebody brought that up, and it's like, yeah, this guy's very simple in his comedy. Is like he kind of regurgitates the same jokes or recycles it, and that's completely fine because ultimately, I don't really like I every video is like a live stream experience where it's just like whatever it comes out of my mouth is whatever it comes out of my mouth. There's some videos I regret. There's some videos that I stop at some point and start over that are like videos like this because ultimately I say something stupid. But yeah, there's really not much besides just like okay that I think there's gonna be more mobile games coming out in the future because ultimately today I was just lucky enough to watch a lot of movies. Yeah, I think my focus is going to be there is going to be an event going on in Marvel Strike Force coming soon that I can finally unlock something, so that's going to be showcased here soon. Um, more more King's Thrones coming today. More of the games that I've kind of been showcasing on here are coming back. Maybe not all of them, but just kind of like some of the few that I kind of went through and played recently. Um, might still be a thing. Destiny Child is still gonna be a thing on here. I'm gonna keep combing through that until, in fact, there's no interest in that playthrough, and then I'll just be like, well, this was like 2 gigs of storage being placed on my phone, anyways. So if there's no interest in this series, then delete or uninstall, and then I can do a lot of other games. Figure something out that takes less storage. And man, did that game take a long time to download onto like God, that I hate those kinds of games. They take forever to download them, but it gets to the point where there's sometimes where like Marvel Strike Force I have to uninstall just so I can make videos for the day, and then I reinstall it just so I can play the game while I'm uploading videos or this and that. Um, but yeah, with that, like um, I hope to eventually within the next day or two give you another video of Marvel Strike Force. Because ultimately, I'm really loving that series. I'm really things are lucking out. There are drops that just ended up happening. I have new characters to showcase on those videos, so that is great. Um, but ultimately, right now, I'm just riding high on the fact that we're over 600 subscriptions. We're at 609 right now, not 69, uh, but a good laugh out of that, anyways. So we're at 609 right now, which, yeah, I didn't think that we would get over to a 600 subscription hump, but at the end of the day, it's not subscriptions, it's people. It's people. It's always going to be people. And yeah, I probably don't like the fact that I'm doing these videos like every day. Not for the fact I just feel like it just feels like an annoyance at a certain point. Just like, hey, yeah, yesterday I mentioned this stuff in this video. Yeah, this video, not much to say. And then there's just seems to be not much that I'm talking about on other videos because ultimately, like, I'm leaving all this stuff out to be put on this video to like, yeah, what's going on in the channel? This video. Anyways, so yeah, I've been feeling good about what we've been doing here, what people's interests are. Ultimately, I really appreciate that the Marvel Strike Force videos have actually been showcasing actual views because there was a long stretch of time where I just kept doing them just to do them and because no one would want to watch them. But now I like, and justifiably so, there's a lot of those videos where like I could understand why. Um, a lot of the times, like I did not have a good progression, and I just didn't like. I kind of like I didn't have a good full roster to really showcase or really to demonstrate anything. So recently, I guess that's a lot of reason why nobody cared was ultimately just because like, okay, if you're not like a person that has brand new characters, you're a person that's kind of late to the game, then you're unimportant. So yeah, ultimately, it's just I don't know. I'm feeling good about everything. I'm kind of in a much happier place, even though I'm just kind of very exhausted and I'm just kind of tired. But that's the whole thing. That's where it comes down to. Is just like yeah, but I just hope it's gonna be worth it in the end. That if I have to just freaking just put out like every video that I can possibly put out in the time that I'm awake and to the time that I pass out because I'm freaking exhausted. Um, that I hope it'll be worth it. And I hope it'll be like something that'll bring us ever so closer to eventually um, being a much more legitimate channel, being a much more legitimate thing instead of just being the guy that's otherwise just like the guy before that all you used to do was just like come on here for certain kind of visuals. Now it seems like a lot of people are actually listening to what I have to say and people have their own like retort about some of the stuff that I said on videos, which is completely amazing because ultimately I never really thought that anything that I would actually say on here would kind of hit anybody in any kind of way. I just figured that a lot of times it'd just be like, okay, people are gonna watch this video to see whatever I have bringing to the table, and a lot of times people wouldn't care about um the guy behind the camera, like to just be like, yeah, this is a good video, and that's about it. Um, I didn't really like think that everybody would just start to be like, oh, hey, yeah, this guy won me over, or hey, this guy is goofy as f, or like this guy like I think that like this guy's kind of interesting in some bizarrish way. So yeah, that's all I got is just man, I never thought that anyone would really like latch on to some of the stuff that I actually said on videos, and I never assumed that people would actually latch on to words that I blurbly said. Um, but yeah, I guess whatever I said is taken a life on its own to where it's in a comment system where people are just like, yeah, you said this, and like actually it's not that at all. It's actually like, and then I'm actually getting like stuff answered about the game where it's like, yeah, I'm so confused. I don't know what's going on about this game. Like I have no clue what's going on. Like I've just been playing this and I don't know. And eventually like somebody actually answers it. I'm like, "Oh, great." Or somebody's giving me like knowledge about the game, and there's sometimes where it's like, yeah, I already know that. Like I did some kind of things off camera, or like I know about this person. Like you don't have to tell me, but hey, if you want to kind of just put down a comment, just put down a comment. That's okay too. But yeah, like there's some people that are just like kind of telling me about like characters. I'm like, yeah, I don't know if you know, but I have this character. But yeah, but ultimately I'm just like, well, hey, like if the person like really want like people are just being helpful and like what I'm probably saying right now might be just like don't help me. No. No. Be as helpful if you want as you want to be. That is a great thing about this channel is people are really just like they don't know if I'm aware of stuff or not, so they want to help, which is great. That is great. I'm really enjoying that aspect of this channel now that I can be like, oh, so now if I just do these simple things, I can really just quickly cut through a lot of this stuff because maybe nobody has ever actually verbally said these things. Which is nice. Which is like, okay, so like finally someone actually gave me some knowledge about what's going on in this game instead of like kind of like there's a lot of people that once they get us to a certain height through a game because a lot of the times um they pay to play or they've kind of played it longer or they've kind of just this and that and whatever what have you. I think a lot of times they come kind of like maybe complacent or they maybe just start to just go like they kind of tend to put down a lot of people that are in the community and I don't think I don't want to try to do anything like that. And if any times there was times where it does come off that way, I really do want to apologize. There's some stuff where yeah, I am frustrated about a specific kind of game because there's a lot of people coming to me or there's a lot of times where I watch videos of people that are playing same game. Um and a lot of people are just like the way that they're talking about the game is really just kind of like ticking me off or just kind of like and sometimes I repeat or I parrot what other people say because ultimately that's something that I learned from a video, but I kind of spin it in a different way. Like I'm trying to give people knowledge about stuff that I learned from other videos, but I'll outsource things. Like I'll mention where I got it from to where if anything there's people that have better knowledge and I want to spread that kind of rapport of just hey, this guy actually told me how to do things. So, hey, give this guy like a good uh like give this guy a good look at or like hey this person there's sometimes where I screwed up names. I think in the last video of the Masked Singer I screwed up Kristen, but this was during a video where I was screwing up a lot of things. I was screwing up a lot of names, and like this was a day where it was an entire day of me just saying wrong for the whole day. I don't know what it's been like lately, but lately I've just really just been like words have really been failing me. So ultimately I've just been screwing up a lot of stuff. So hopefully I can slow down or get my footing back or something cuz ultimately like I need to talk through a lot of videos. And man, there's a lot of videos where I'm just like it's just like I'm trying to say words, but nothing's coming out, or stuff that is coming out is not coming out correctly. So I gotta like correct myself. And there's some times where that's the video that comes out the day. That's the video that just comes out, and I say things wrong or I read things wrong, and that's what it is. But ultimately, at least, like, people are just like, whatever. Like, people are always just so nice, thankfully. So yeah, if I say words wrong, if I say things wrong, realize that, like, sometimes I'm just like, it's been a tough day of recording. Like, there's so many times where I'm talking for, like, I talk about a video for an hour, and then I gotta do two other videos today, or two other videos going on where I have to read something, or I have to, or I just have to just talk through the whole entire time, where I'm just like, I am out of nothing to say for this video. So, anyways, yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. This is a video that I didn't want to make too long, but here's what happens. So I'm gonna get out of here. Bye, everybody. Bye, everybody.